All right, let's give this another shot here. All right. Let's see here. Kansas.
Hey, look
There we go, Paul. We figured it out.
at that. Yeah, I'm a little
That's a nice looking
behind
head
the
right there.
times with all this stuff, you know what I mean?
I don't blame you, man. It's something new, and it's like I knew there because it's like every time I sent you an invite, it would get rejected. So it's like, well, what's going on? So at least in the previous slides that I did, I kind of did a recap of all the participants in the giveaway, along with kind of like I've actually decided to extend the entry process to now going to December 22nd because it's like not only you, but there's a few other participants that were late getting back to me. That's like, hey, we want to participate too. So it's like this is awesome. So it's like I was like, well, why not extend it? Because everything's digital, so it wouldn't take long to calculate everybody that's part of it. So it should work out pretty good. And my live seem to be doing a little bit, getting more traction as these giveaways get closer and closer to the end date. So the 23rd of December will be the actual day where I'll actually go through and begin the drawing process to every prize.
Awesome.
Yeah. So how you been, Paul?
Not too bad. You know, business was good this year. I was hoping to do better, but I still did good, you know what I mean?
You close your doors, so that's a real win right there.
Well, I mean, I do this as a side gig, so that's one of the benefits is I don't have to worry about going hungry if sales aren't, you know, through the roof.
That's that's a very valid point. I remember like when you first started this, you did this as a side gig, just quit your job. Well, then you quit that job, got a job you have to focus on, but you still were able to do it because you had mentioned you got some angel investors to help you increase your the amount of people to help you increase your reach. Or
I
has
have
somebody else?
I didn't have any investors, but I have I have friends in high places.
Uh, fair, fair, fair. Yeah.
Couple, you might see them on, you know, yeah, you might see some people with my stuff on their bow.
Right. Yeah. Like.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, man! All of my bows have one on there, so it's like I have three right now. So each bow
Once you
has
get
one. So
used to using it, it drives you crazy if you don't have it.
it is, it is. And the nice thing is, like with all the releases that I currently use, they all work for the same unit. So it's like it's nice to swap them in and out. So with that, because I could be walking. I did like this was at the R100 that I shot, and it's like started the course off with one release. I was like, I'm gonna switch this up because I'm not liking the way it performs. Switch it threw another one on there. I was like, where'd this one come from? So the joys of having multiple releases.
Yeah, yeah. I don't change my releases. Well, I have a release dedicated to each bow, so I don't have to move them from bow to bow because that caused a problem once. So
You
now
can
I
go to
just dedicate a release to a bow
mm,
and no switching from bow to bow because it becomes the same problem as not putting a release on your bow. So what happened once was I had one release and two bows, and I took my target bow out in the backyard and shot it a couple times, like the night before, the day before I went hunting, and I was like, "Oh yeah, my release is on my hunting bow. It always is." You know what I mean? Luckily, the place I went hunting is like right down the street from my house, so and I brought my rifle, so I was able to rifle hunt for like an hour or two, and then I just drove home real fast and got my release, and
oh, that's
then from
awesome.
then on, a release on every bow. I got enough
Yeah,
releases.
I hear you. I hear you. Like the release I showed you on. That's on my hunting bow that I use. I recently or this past year I upgraded to the carbon era from Elite, and it's such a smooth bow. And I got the comfort mods on there, so it's like don't necessarily need all the speed, but it's like it's comparable to my other bow speed. So it's like I'm happy. So now, how was your hunting season? How did everything go this year?
Oh, I did pretty good. I got a deer with a rifle at my college buddy's property. Got invited up there. It was kind of a miracle that I was the only person that got one, and I had my dog with me. So I, I kind of told myself that before I left, I was just going to hang out, and that if the only way I was going to get a deer is if God ordained it, and there it was. Thing ran right in front of me. 460. Yeah, it got farther away. I shot it at 60, and it was at the top of the mountain. I didn't even have to hike down. Just right by the road. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Everything was
that's
perfect.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
perfect.
so I got a
Yeah.
deer. I didn't get any turkey this year. I didn't get anything with my bow this year, but I did. I just shot a wild boar. Went on a little trip with some buddies to a ranch like 2 hours away, and it was pretty spectacular. We had to pay or whatever, but like they spoil you. You stay in this ultra nice facility, and they drive you around a huge ranch, and it just so happens that the guy that we were with owns the meat processing place that I always take my stuff. So it was, kind of a networking thing. Doesn't help to it doesn't hurt to be friends with the guy that owns the meat processing plant.
That is a good point. That is a very nice point there. So do you have any future hunts for the rest of the year? Because like you can go out to Ohio till the
Years
end of
ago, well,
January.
I do a lot of duck hunting. I own a small duck club. It was in my family, and so I basically do that till end of January, and then next year I might go on I might check off something from a bucket list. A guy I met from Instagram said, "Hey, anyone want to go axis deer hunting? Out in the Hawaiian Islands?" And I was like, "Me." And then he told me the details, and all the details were like perfect. So I, I think I'm signed up for that, but we'll see. Maybe, maybe something doesn't happen, but I'm all in. That's on the bucket list. I've killed an axis deer once before in Texas. I've never been to the Hawaiian Islands. I've always wanted to go there and kill something. And I wanted to go with my bow and like shoot a hog or whatever. That was before I knew about axis deer. I believe we're rifle hunting for axis deer. Those things are so tasty once you have one. It's just worth it just to fill up the freezer, So just to
That's
go
what
to
I've been told.
islands and hang out and fill up the freezer with premium grade meat.
I agree.
Sign me up.
Are you gonna also get a goat too, depending on what ranch you're at? 'Cause I know goat's a
Yeah,
popular one out there.
whatever. I mean, if they take credit cards,
I'm sure there's both one way to take your money,
who knows what I'll come home
right?
with.
Yeah. It'll be a matter of time when outdoor companies will start accepting a cryptocurrency, and then everything will change from there.
Yeah, that's my only planned hunt next year. So these last 2 years, I've had to be profitable. Like it was because the first 5 years of a business, you have to be profitable 2 out of the 5 years, or the IRS considers you a hobby instead of an actual business. And so I'll be profitable again this year, which means next year I can go back to losing money, which is great when you have a job already and they're
Mhm.
taking all your tax money. You know what I mean? So
For
now I
sure.
can next year I can potentially go on some trips and write that stuff off and break even, after all the tax breaks and everything. So I've been for the last 2 years. I've been good because I had to be profitable. I couldn't just go spend all sorts of money.
Understandable. I completely get that. I want to say thank you because I like opening up my emails. All of a sudden, I get a random email. It's like something from AOT's coming. Open it up. It's like a hat. It's like, this is awesome. This is your most recent hat you sent me, and it's like
Yeah.
this. I went with the same hat that
Yeah.
you gave me here
Oh,
last year. So yeah,
yeah.
I got one with the Richardson one. It's like it just kind of how fitting. So some of the prize winners are going to get a hat too as well. I have a buddy of mine in Kansas that makes them for me, and I'll just have them
Oh,
shipped
okay.
directly from him out to there. So this way we can go from there. And what I did with him is like since he's doing all the work and has to ship them all out, told him you get just take majority of the profits from it, and then I just asked him to, like, as soon as we hit an X amount of money for the hats being sold, we had the donating going to HJ USA.
Yeah,
So
no,
this
those
way
hats are
then,
sweet. I noticed that you started making those.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're a nice little hat. I like them. I've beaten this one up. This is taken out like it's all covered in sweat. This is my go-to hat.
Nice.
So to help you get you back on your evening here, it's like I reached out to you here back around Thanksgiving, asked you if you wanted to participate in the 200th giveaway, and you said yes. And it's like, I want you to go ahead, and I'll let you give the good news.
Yeah. So I happen to have oh, can you get up there?
Yep,
A
we see it.
Ultraview Thumb Release here with the mount, and then I have if the winner happens to be left-handed, we can do that for him, and some stickers, just the basic stuff that I have.
Mhm.
Oh. And then, yeah, one of my newer style hats.
Those are sharp. I like my hats. I got I always I have a whole pretzel. I'll turn my camera.
Oh man,
Yeah, I got
nice.
a lot of hats, and I
I need a
still have
hat
them.
rack like that. I got a bunch too. No, it's
Let's
funny
see.
because I give people that I know hats, and there's two guys that are down at the pub, father and son, and I'm like, hey, you guys want a hat? They're like, oh yeah. So I gave them a hat. So they both have my hats, and they're always wearing them. And so whenever I go in there, they're wearing a hat, my hat, and then I'm wearing my hat. And then they have another friend. I just went duck hunting with him, and I have a duck hunting hat, and I gave him that hat, and I'm like, dude, someone's gonna walk in this bar, and like everyone is gonna have one of my hats on. They're gonna be like, what is going on in this place?
That's perfect. You can't ask for better support than that, you know.
Yeah. And then at work, like there's people walking around work with my hat on, and it's just go everywhere. It's they're nice
Advertising, you know.
hats, so it's like, you know, I like making people, look good. I'm surprised, I gave some of my buddies my hat, and I'm like, damn, you look good.
Yeah, what I did with these with my hat racks, they're just straight up trim, and that's it. I just went to Home Depot, got some trim, and then I went and got 3/4 inch hooks and just screwed them in there. So this way, then I can have them all. I have another 15-foot or 20-foot long trim that I need to cut down, paint, and then so I can set up because I have like a lot of these hats have 2 or 3 hats on top of each one because I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
just like I'm a hat guy, so I got a lot of hats.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
We just gave away some stuff to the homeless people, and I had like a pile. I was like, oh, I can give away stuff. Like, I got all these hats. Here you go.
You
Gave them
having
some
having
socks
AOT
and
all
hats.
around California.
No, they weren't these hats. They were like hats that other people gave me that I'm just not gonna wear. So they're brand new.
I don't blame me. Yeah. I've been some of the hats I've given away to friends or I had some friends come out from California back in September, and I gave his boys some Vortex hats and stuff like that just to kind of add to the special experience. You know, I had some AOT stickers. I gave it to him, and a bunch of random stuff that I got because it's like I like to give your stickers out. Like I have a buddy of mine in Idaho that I mailed him a whole package of stickers, and it's like I think I tagged you in it too. And it's like so he has it all on the back of his the back of his camper.
Oh,
So this way it's like all kinds of different ones like you, and then several other stickers that I've been able to collect, stuff like that, just to kind of have them decorated.
yeah, I'm starting to experiment with shirts. Yeah, I can show you. Just like a white,
Solid.
logo, and then this one's kind of nifty. I just bought because you can buy like small quantities, so I just bought some just to see how they turned out or whatever. But this is kind of like my sticker that I give everybody. It's got
That's pretty dope. I like that.
And then I'm just starting to warm up, getting into all this stuff. Unfortunately, the place that does these shirts, you can only do like one picture. You can't like put other stuff, or I don't know. Maybe I can. I just haven't figured out how to, do that or whatever. And then it's just like a blue shirt with just a logo on there.
I see that.
They're kind of simple, but you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. For sure. The upside is with Instagram and Facebook, you can create polls, and you can put your concept out there. It's like, hey, which ones do you think? And just kind of get a poll your audience to find out like where you should put your money at.
Oh yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you for jumping on live. I'll let you get back to packaging orders. I'm sure it's probably busy this time of year. And you have yourself
a
an
lot
awesome
of Christmas
evening.
orders, a lot of ladies ordering stuff, and I like giving stuff away. So when I see, ladies ordering stuff for people, I put a little hat in there for them. So
My
way,
wife just tells me no more hats, no more hats.
Well, no, I can tell people are ordering these for like Christmas gifts, and like I want them to, the person that gets the gift to be like, yeah, you know what I mean? So I'll throw a hat in there, a little something extra, just to, make their Christmas a little merrier, hopefully.
Oh, for sure. If I would have got a box like that for Christmas, then I would definitely be wearing that hat around all day long. Because it's like it's something that's really special. Because you expect one thing, and all of a sudden you get two things. Like this is epic.
Yeah. Right on. It was good talking to you, Jim.
You too, Paul. You have yourself a great evening. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.